All right, and we're live.
Would it be a problem if it was a beer?
No, I just was going to ask if you wanted to finish it before I turned it on. It was whoa. Did you just get a notification or something over
Yeah,
there?
it's telling me that
Holy,
something's live.
the
What the?
show just went off. Oh my, that was aggressive.
All the things. What's
All
going on
of
over here?
the things. What do you? Well, so I can't say that I'm really surprised when I learned today of how many monitors you say you need to operate in life.
Yeah,
And we'll have to get with the chat here, and you guys can guess. And we'll address this halfway through. Don't let us forget someone. Rich, thanks for coming in. If stick around, let us remember. How many monitors do you think dudes with wrenches says he needs in order to be efficient and feel like he's in his best place? Let's get some numbers in the chat. What do we think his number is? Because it's way more than what I thought the number would be. Currently, I rock one monitor. And I don't want you to tell him how many you rock yet, because that's going to help narrow it down. Leighton, what is up, brother? So everyone, we're here because good old Elon, he hooked a brother up with the satellite internets. How is this working? This is the first time we haven't tried it. This is kind of what we're doing right now. Is it okay? Oh, it's like that, huh?
yeah. I can see you going occasionally. So we'll see. I mean, the picture quality is probably better than what mine looks, I think.
I mean, I do have some obstruction. I mean, you can see there's like trees and stuff that I can't all cut down. Holy shit, this chat is getting out of hand. We need to catch up with this. Stupid Fast Truck, how you doing? Everyone's saying hi. Bryce DeCastro in the house, man. Leighton, how's it going, brother? 8:15. Guys,
this ambience is horrible, but I'm gonna run with it.
I dig it. I like what you're doing over there. Ricky M, hey, how's it going? Bunch of people. I think I'm caught up. I did not read what's going on. I think it's everyone just saying hey and whatnot back and forth. But yeah, so dudes with wrenches, how you doing over
there? It's cold out. It's trying to snow. I understand that it's November in the Midwest, but I still don't appreciate it.
I'm actually outside right now, as you can see. It's not really too terrible. It's been colder. But
what's the temperature there
currently?
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Would fog between my tower that's way over there and here cause me to have like no service all of a sudden?
It would have to be aggressive fog.
Well, because I had to get back on the old Elon mobile because it literally shows no bars. It said SOS earlier, but yeah, it's quite out of hand.
Yeah, let's say this. You can compare new cellular signaling to the same as a plane. So if severe fog affects how a plane flies, I guess that it could, but I don't think it does.
So after not living here forever and not really understanding cell phone stuff, coming back, I just was like, how the hell does this not work in 2022? And then after talking to you and getting some insight into how cell phone and stuff works, it's like where I lose signal actually makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, it's all about the geographical anomalies. That's the technical term.
Tim, how's it going? Yeah, anomalies. I get a lot of anomalies. So now I have a little bar for signal strength in the corner here. It says I have a fairly good connection.
So what you need to do on your phone? Are we talking about your phone still?
No, we're on that came up in the corner on the.
Talking about Starlink.
Well, it's all sorts of out here.
What is it called again? I keep saying it wrong.
It's Starlink. I call it Skynet. But
So I was like trying to call it Star Fox or Eliminator N64 series.
Let's hear the good news there, brother.
All right, I'm open to ears.
Yeah, no, it's definitely some sort of computer going to take over the world, overrun system thing. But I want to get my internet, so I support it.
I'm definitely pretty positive there's some spyware stealing of information going on in that setup.
Oh, you don't say.
Man.
Like we're selling that stuff to somebody.
Pretty sure there's some fine print in there you agreed to.
Oh, listen. No one reads the fine print. We all know that from what was it? The human Sentai pad.
Yeah, I have editing software now. I pay for yearly because of that.
I forgot about that one. That's a great. You should tell that story.
God,
So tell us about your really expensive software that you just bought again.
So, things to know about Movavi editing software. They will tell you that you can have a lifetime full access licensing for $130. And then you pay that $130 and you think, sweet, this software is awesome. And that full first year, they make you upgrade it about 6 times and do a dozen different things to keep it working correctly. And then at the year mark, they just charge your credit card for another $130 for that lifetime license that you now find out because you updated said software, you have now turned it into a subscription, non-lifetime license, and you're Scrooged. And you don't get to go back. You don't own it. And if you don't pay for it, you don't get to have it. So thanks, Movavi.
Yeah, and then what do you do then? You're like, oh, well, I just won't hook this up to the internet anymore.
I just won't hook it to the internet anymore because then it can't flag me. And I did that for about a week. And then I screwed up and opened a tab with the internet connected and then locked out completely. So
that's magical.
Yeah. Then I had to pay for it because, the YouTube gods definitely need me to upload videos daily. I blame the YouTube at the end of the day. That's what it is.
I mean, yeah, if that's where you want to be when Jesus comes back, I'm okay with it.
Jesus is already here.
Moving on.
22 degrees.
So yeah, it's I got some friends coming in. Happy Veterans Day, or thank you for your service. How does that go?
I don't know, man. I've been reading it all day.
So listen, did you put I gotta know, did you put a picture of you back when you were up on Facebook today for everyone to see?
No, I don't even have any of those pictures.
I do. I have them. If you go find them, I'm not hiding them, but I'm just not that guy. I don't think yet. I don't know. Maybe in a couple of years. I just got out, so maybe I'm not that guy yet. I feel like I
extra shaved my head in the military and then grew like the stash. So this was not a good look. I mean, it was all bad.
I don't know. Every dudes with wrenches picture that I've seen has been like, yeah, okay. I'm not exactly surprised by you being like that at some point.
Yeah, but I was thinner in the military and creepy looking.
I found some pictures I was cleaning up the other day. We went to Fallon, and I have some pictures of being out in the desert doing dumb shit. And I was like, I looked like a child. Yeah. I was just like, wow.
Yeah, that's about right. Look like a.
Oh, we got here. I gotta get over to chat here. Missouri. I don't know.
Who's Ricky M?
So all the land you see us playing with is actually all right here out the back where I live now currently. So that's all our. Oh yeah, no, these are
Ricky.
These are my people.
Oh, these are just people.
Yeah,
I'm liking this. Like new people. We haven't done this in a while. There's been lots of growth and things.
Well, I am kind of interested to see if anybody from all of what we've done show up to any of this. Well, if we ever put any of these on where we tried and like didn't just 20 minutes before we go on and show up late.
Let's schedule that thing we're not going to show up to.
Fox, what is up? Well, that's the biggest problem for both of us is we have things going on and getting both of us together where we can just sit down and do. Okay, I have things I'm doing. I
was eating chicken enchilada, chicken Alfredo.
Listen.
It was delicious.
I'm a little upset by my lack of that in my life right now.
Yeah. Because you don't think those two things go together, but once you mix them together.
You said it and I thought I heard you wrong, and I needed you to repeat it. And then you said what it actually was, and I was like, that is awesome. And now I want it to be a thing together.
Yes. Chicken Alfredo and chicken enchiladas all mixed up. The noodles and the chicken and all of the, it's delicious.
We got Fox House. Midnight Road. What is up, brother? How you doing? How's the East Coast treating you? I actually think it's been pretty warm. Well, they got a hurricane, I think, that just came through there right now. Light, but
Congratulations.
not like heavy hurricane, but like leftover remnants. They got a bunch of water.
What?
So, from what
How
I
do
was
you not?
hearing.
No, that doesn't make sense to me. That's called a storm.
Well, yeah, but it's a storm after it was a hurricane when it hit, and now it's a storm.
It's like half a hurricane. It's fine.
They just keep calling it a hurricane. You know why. I mean, come on.
Just a 12 to 24 volt DC motor.
Which is here in the house. Oh, Tim Windsor in the house. He's out there too. Baltimore, Delaware, all up in that area.
All up in it.
Yeah, he drives around. I think he works in one side, drives the other, something along those lines. Exactly.
I'm so confused what's going on in the chat right now. What are we talking about?
Well, here, take over the chat. You have all full control here.
I can't even read it. What are you talking about?
I did get new glasses, went to the VA and got new glasses. Transitions, I kind of dig them. I am an old retired man at 38 years old.
I don't like things that do things for me. I'm more of a mechanic. Like, I'm going to put those sunglasses on if I need them. If they all start doing stuff for me.
Nope. Okay, I agree with that to an extent. However, where are the sunglasses?
They're on the dash of every vehicle I own.
Yeah, but you have a bunch of them because they're not prescription sunglasses. I get one, and I'm too cheap to pay more, and I lose blind, that one, and I'm screwed.
I just like to roll blind. It's easier.
Yeah, you're down with being blind all of the time.
I am. It's
all
awesome.
Right, we are way behind. Yeah, everyone's talking about where they're at.
I'm lost.
Tim's in the house telling everyone to smack the. Oh, I'm reading down, and oh man.
Yeah, so I'm confused on this 12 to 24 volts DC motor thing. Oh, it's the picture. Yes, Avatar, maybe. I don't know.
Did you just Yahtzee some?
Put it together.
Is this a new game? Or we played a game where it's like charades in the chat? You don't really pay attention. You just yell shit out at the. This could be a thing. I like where your head's at here. Innovating.
Trying to get some context.
Well, that's the thing. Where I'm trying to have a conversation and talk to. I'm out of practice. Let's just face it.
You're out of practice. Yeah, this is your fault. Stop.
Yeah.
Sucking.
Oh my. I am so far behind. All right. If there was anything important in the chat that I need to know and say.
Whoa. Where's the
You have to say it again.
72 rainy today. Now it's no hurry. Yes, Tim. BCG from Virginia. Here. You up there in Tim Mopar. All right, Leighton. I'm not sure what. All right.
Tim Mopar is a new guy in the chat. I don't know if you saw him earlier. He was up there.
Okay. Yeah, Leighton Welding. Yep. Make sure you give the live stream a like. Hey, thanks, Ricky. I like this guy. I don't know who he is, but he's killing it over here. Oh, there's Tim Mopar. Yeah, very top. Right there. Okay. And dude's blurry vision makes all his projects. Yeah, it makes them look good. They're amazing looking through my eyes.
I will say when we asked for some measurements, they were very, it's about that.
Yeah, it's about that. Yeah. Distances have very bad vision and very non-depths whatsoever. It's fine.
That'll be fine. That buffs itself out, literally.
Yeah. Just push it in if it's too far out. Push it out if it's too far in. It's fine. My first time here. Yeah.
Other stream. Is there another stream?
Don't feel bad at wasted talent. You aren't paying any attention to two guys on the live stream either. All right. I think we're all caught up. There, that one. Boom. Oh, no.
Yeah, I totally jumped in. Yeah, I know. Every time I think, well, that's the other thing. Is Elon holding me back over here?
I don't know. Elon holds you down. I don't think he holds you back. Moving on.
Hey.
There you go.
Oh, Florida. Yeah. So I'm in Southern Oregon now, which is
not Florida. It's the other side.
It's definitely not Florida. The humidity. I don't know how you guys live with that humidity down there.
Just subscribe to me. Well, thank you, Tim Mopar. I'm very thankful.
I did midnight. So the other day, a week or two ago on a Saturday, I literally was like woke up in the morning, was just looking through my phone, and the node or octagon or whatever the hell the little, because it's not circles the way they do their map, it turned to the you can buy it now, color. So I gave Elon my money and said, send it to me.
Wait. So you were like sitting there waiting for that thing to change colors at some point in your life?
No, I looked at it a couple times. Okay, so When I first got here, I looked at it. My node was get wrecked. The next node up was where you could get it. And it said my node would get it sometime 2023. So I was like, yeah, I'm not giving Elon my money for this right now, whatever.
I don't know.
So I
hear bribes go farther.
I've heard, so I didn't need it that much. Destroyer, what's up, brother? I didn't need it that much. So I was like, whatever. And so randomly, I was just bored one morning, waking up as I do, and was flipping through my phone and saw that it had updated. And I was like, well, okay, Elon, take my money. And so like 6 days later, I had the thing and it was on my roof.
Sweet.
And now I have the high-speed internet.
You did have to put it on the roof and still not get all the signal. My ass.
Listen. Okay, I will concede, but you have seen what I live in here, and I'm okay with that for now.
True. I live on the flat plains of the flat plains, so
I live in literally a bowl that is cut out of a hillside and forest. So it is. Are you caught up again,
Mr. Mach 1? Thanks for coming,
Gary. What's up, brother?
If your node don't get it, see a doctor. Well, you know the things.
I mean,
they cut things off if you don't find them right away.
Listen, they cut them off even if you find them right away. What are you talking about?
They cut it off pretty quick. I don't even think they tested it properly.
Well, no, of course not. They wouldn't tell. If they didn't, they weren't going to tell me. Oh yeah, no, that was bad. Don't worry about that. You don't need to see that.
Here we go. Old Small Engines right here. Thanks for showing up. He's been waiting on Starlink, Starfire, Star Fox for a while. 4 months.
And that's if you're in an area where there's a bunch of people trying to use it, you're going to be on I've heard guys that were on it for 2 years. I am just out in the boonies enough that, in fact, I was kind of in that kind of screwed spot where I'm close enough to town where they're like, yeah, you can't get any internet either which way, but you can't have that either.
Wow. So Midnight's been on there for 2 years. Today checked in. It says he should have it by next year. Good job. Starfire, Star Fox, Link Star.
It's Jesus. I feel bad.
I think you kicked some people off the list. What did you do?
Well, no, he's in DC. If you go look, I gotta pull up the map. The map
is a map. It's satellites. Why is there a map? It's orbital. I'm confused. This system already seems broken before you even explain it to me.
Listen, it's all about, there's only so much bandwidth, you know what I mean?
Don't you have problems with vampires up there in Oregon?
Vampires, I don't think, no, we have more problem with, the Sasquatch, the
where chickens, don't worry about it. That's when a small wolf gets with the chicken and it makes a were chicken. And
I don't.
And then you have huge cockfights. It's fine.
Yeah. Hell yeah, Gary. We're all living some sort of dream.
I mean, sure.
It's some sort of dream. It's
perspective.
Well,
Doobie and my Crown Vic police. That's all right. Turbo Crown Vic. That seems like a thing. That's a dream. I like that dream.
Yeah, I can get down. I stand behind any poor decisions that have to do with cars and turbos.
All right, Bryce is trolling people. Stop it, Bryce. That's mean. You shouldn't do that.
Bryce.
Internet provider. Dudes with bandwidths. We don't have any of that around here.
You got all the bandwidths. What are you talking about?
I pay for the medium package. I don't even get half the bandwidth sometimes.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that. At the end of the day, they will throttle my my data if I go over 1 terabyte.
Which is not hard.
We're gonna see. I'm interested to see what this does for. I mean, obviously, so I had 120 gigs a month between 3 phones that I had here. That's what we were doing everything on. That's why we didn't get lives, people. Sorry, that kind of gigs, and also that speed was 3.6 dudes. Was that what it was when we were testing it? It was terrible speed.
Oh, we're talking about the wireless.
No, my phone, when I was doing it on the phone before.
Oh, yeah. It was under 5.
Yeah.
It was like there. It was like maybe we could work 5 up, not.
Yeah, it just wasn't enough to do a real, like if I was in the right spot on the right day, but like today would be screwed because I still don't have any service on my phone right now.
True, because it has 0 bars.
Still, if it wasn't for Elon, none of this would be going on.
And
it is so easy. I actually was blown away by that part.
This guy got on a roof. That's how easy it was.
Listen, I've gotten smaller since the last time you saw me, but I still was worried about that roof.
Shorter or less cubic
Less
diameters?
less round. Yeah.
All right. I didn't
Yeah,
have to say it. You said it first.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's a thing. Oh, it's still, don't get me round. Still round. Just not that round.
It's not beach ball round.
Yeah,
It's fine. Yeah. Deflated the ball.
No, I wouldn't say deflated. Just kind of took some of the stress off of the outer skin.
Oh, okay. Less stretched.
Dude,
span with HughesNet service. Yeah, HughesNet sucks. I will give you that 100%. I used to install that stuff. Junk.
The HughesNet guy came here. We were bullshitting, because he was a military guy, and he's like, he pulled out his phone, tested it, and was like, use your internet on your phone. It's better. Call them and tell them you changed your mind. Don't tell them I said anything. Dude, literally, and I was like, thanks. You know what I mean? He's like, you don't want this. It won't do anything for you. And I was like, noted.
Wow. So I moved to Central Texas to the middle of the woods in East Texas. Been fighting for internet and cell phone signal. I recently went to Verizon to finally get some good cell signal. So here's the thing. That sucks. I keep hearing that people don't have internet in the world. I take for granted the fact that Iowa State College has been like the engineers of a lot of broadband internet for a lot of years. So Iowa has like really good internet for being a rural, know-nothing state.
Well, yeah, and you keep telling me about the grants and things these guys do to put infrastructure and stuff in, that I'm just like, God, these guys, I'll put it to you, and maybe people that don't understand, maybe you can dumb it down for everyone that don't understand, because I barely understand it anyhow. They run fiber optic to a pole that is 1.5 miles, or a box 1.5 miles from where I live, and then feed it for, how many miles would you say, dudes, from that node do they feed it back across phone line?
You lost me at fiber. What? Start over.
Okay, so you know how they get internet out here, like to my parents' house. The internet I couldn't get here because they wouldn't bring across.
They fiber optically run it to a node, and then they run it on a backbone 25 pair cable up to the house. So wherever that node sits. So all the goodness the fiber provides gets destroyed by that 300 foot of copper wire.
Well, it's more. That's what I'm saying. They go more than 300 feet. From there, they go miles backtrack to people's houses. That's
it's junk.
Yeah, 30 meg is what they're getting. Which it was better than what I was getting, for my phone. But at the end of the day, though, I don't hear anything out here except dogs and animals and occasionally a plane.
That's accurate right there.
That is actually yes, I dig that.
See, I was installing HughesNet when it was first a thing, and that was when it was just like you have HughesNet or you have nothing, and the internet was just browsing at that time. So it was like, hey, I have the internet.
Yes, you could check your mail, you could see a photo.
And nowadays, with streaming and everything, HughesNet never caught up with anything else.
They never put anything. Those satellites are the same satellites and same technology they were 20 years ago when they started.
Yep.
Latency, that is a great question. I can tell you that. The thing I do like about this thing is I can monitor everything. Now,
it's got analytics, and that makes him so saucy on the inside.
You do know I love my analytics. Like this, fuck you. I'm such a nerd.
See this graph. This graph has so many numbers.
I know. I need to.
Makes me feel dirty.
The worst I have had is 92 milliseconds. The best I've had is 24. So it's just the graph does graph things. It is for satellite. I mean, it's not in your neck of the woods.
True. I mean,
the app is very
space and back. I mean, you're up there hanging out with Sandra Bullock and stuff.
She made it back.
I don't know. I didn't watch that movie.
There's a conspiracy theory that puts that movie in with a different movie, saying, that there's a symbiote that makes it to Grant. It's part of one of those conspiracy theory for movies that are connected but aren't, or same universe or some shit. Listen, I was bored one time in New Orleans and went down a rabbit hole. Found some things out.
All right.
Oh,
So I've never wanted to, nor ever watched that movie. It's just now every time I think of an astronaut, I think of Sandra Bullock because I don't think of any other characters that have played astronauts outside of like Tom Hanks, and I don't like him. So
badass
there it is.
thing. What's up, brother? Okay. I can see you're just not a Tom Hanks fan, huh?
I'm not a Tom Hanks fan, but I do not like the pedestal people put Tom Hanks on.
Yeah, well, you say that about every time somebody tells you something is going to be really good. I feel like you build it up to this level of something, and then you're always disappointed in it.
Yeah, that's why I don't like people
Okay.
telling me about movies. I'll agree with
That's why
that. But
I
my
totally
problem is you go back to like original Tom Hanks movies when he was like acting with actors that were nobodies, and he was kind of a nobody, and they were all good. And
yeah.
then you go now, and it's like we can only afford Tom Hanks. So how are you going to know if he's good or not?
Oh, I see. I feel like he's been in some other things with some decent people.
I liked Catch Me If You Can.
That was a really good movie.
And that had Leonardo DiCaprio in it. See, it was well rounded.
It was, but that's him acting with another really good actor.
Correct.
And saying
so
he
it
can
balances it. It isn't like this really shameful, like he's great. It's the same problem I have.
Okay,
with,
okay, I see what you're talking about now.
Who's the other guy that just fought off his ex-wife's lawsuit? Johnny Depp.
Oh, that guy.
They do the same thing with Johnny Depp. He's been in a lot of movies where it's like, was this a good movie or was it just because Johnny Depp was in it? I don't know, because there wasn't anybody to compare him against.
Well, yeah.
Did he act well? Couldn't tell you. Everybody else in the movie sucked. So
I don't know. I think when you start making any movie where it's, number, I don't know, Fast and Furious 10, at some point you sold out everything along the way. Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you start doing stuff like that, that's like, hey, this movie just keeps making money, right? Yeah. So I guess we got to keep doing it, right? Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's like I literally told you the whole Matrix what was the one? Resurrection the other day, because you're like, don't ruin movies, and I was like, all right, are you ever gonna watch this? And he's like, no. So I literally 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops.
You just told me enough things that I just drew the movie up in my head myself and went, yep, sounds about
exactly,
right.
Exactly. I literally just touched on all the tropes and recycled bullshit. Ricky, I am retired. That's what I do for a living. All of the stuff you see on the YouTube channel is what I'm up to nowadays. And Dudes with Wrenches,
not answering any of that question.
Definitely not retiring anytime soon.
All the time. It doesn't look like it's ever going to end. And by the look of this week, people need to stop blowing stuff up. That's all I know.
Oh my God, you did have the week from hell. Every day this week it was like, so this happened.
Yeah, done with it. All right, I skipped through some things. Yeah, Money Pit. I don't remember Money Pit. I'm sorry on that one. The remake of the Money Pit?
I don't remember Money Pit. I don't know if I saw that or not.
I do not. We'll go back to this one here. Shittiest Wi-Fi here. Yeah, everybody has shitty Wi-Fi. Ooh, we have VistaSat. AT&T Wi-Fi, gross.
See, I had AT&T fiber down in New Orleans, and that shit was fast. Like, I was pretty stoked with the internet there. I had Verizon before that in my house in Maryland, which was fiber. And I remember when they started tearing everybody's yards up to put the fiber in there.
See, now you say that Police Academy has 7. That makes me sad a little bit because I stopped at 3, so I'm glad.
And 3 was too much. I mean, 3 was you could have. You didn't need it.
You didn't. You
were like, definitely there cannot be a 4th one. There can't be. And they said, yeah, but there can be over here. We're just not gonna talk about it.
Well, that's like a lot of people don't realize. Smokey and the Bandit had extra ones after Smokey and the Bandit.
So bad. What is up, brother?
Hey, that guy.
Good. How you doing out there?
Is it my eyes or is there like blurry shit behind you?
Yeah.
He's blurry shit. So he's doing what you're doing, only he's not letting us look at all his crap like you're doing.
He's got cooler crap, it looks like. I mean, I got like blankets and old chairs and wood paneling.
I'm in a craft room, so I got crafts.
I like arts
That's
and
like
crafts.
man crafts or woman crafts.
Both, because we're both
I
use
gotta
it.
say,
So
yeah, does it matter? I mean, I like some women crafts. Well, what would you consider to be a woman craft? Oh, this. I know what, I shouldn't delve
This is
this
gonna
down
get
this road.
sexist really
Yeah,
fast.
I think
I
it
mean,
already has, and I'm
I
just
don't
trying to poke the
practice
bear.
my
But
quarter stitch or my crocheting anytime lately, but I mean that's
listen,
probably more of a feminine thing.
these are the hands of a needle surgeon here for little pick
Needle
points
surgeon.
for-
What kind of surgeon is that? Boca, boca.
The one who makes those things with the pot coasters that your grandmother used to make all the time. Needle stitch thing. Oh, whatever.
so over here I have a 3D
Knife.
printer,
I wish.
and over here I have a t-shirt heat press machine.
What?
And then behind me there's a Cricut machine.
You know, I feel like you not blurring this would make this easier on us.
And then I've got all my
Right?
parts that I'm making back there.
Ricky M, it was great having you on
So-
tonight. We'll see you.
Hey, thanks, Ricky. I do have a question
Yeah.
now you say that because I want to buy some kind of vinyl cutter printer thing. Is there to explain Cricuts to me because I have no idea what they are. I just know people own them.
Yeah, so there's a sheet that you put vinyl on, and I can't really show it, but we have a whole wall of vinyl over here.
Like rolls with
Yep.
cut off.
Yep, the little plastic bag things that you get at Menards that hold all your plastic bags. We have those hung up with all the vinyl kind of rolled up, sticking through all the holes. And then you go on and you design your shape, words, whatever you want. And then there's basically like an X-Acto knife in the printer that goes around and cuts it. And then you have to basically, they call it weeding, but you peel all the stuff you don't want
So
off.
what is the maximum size of a grasshopper unit?
As far as like how big you can print,
Feed into it.
Yeah.
What's its width capacity?
I think this sheet is 24 inches long and 6 inches wide,
Okay.
I believe.
So it's not a spool. You can't put a spool through it. It's made for
No.
smaller stuff. You're not
Okay.
not like that one you sent me the picture of that you found.
Yeah, not like
In
an
that room.
industrial one where you could like rip off a bunch of stickers or anything.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's just for like making letters and things like that.
Well,
so
you
it's all
could make-
one color kind of stuff.
Yeah, you can buy like multicolor vinyl, but you'd have to kind of, if you're looking for a specific like pattern, you'd kind of have to place it where you
you
want
gotta,
your
you gotta
words.
stack them. Essentially, is what you. There's a whole thing to it. There's guys who used to do it at car shows all the time. They would have these, obviously industrial size back then, and tents booths, and you could go give them whatever they design it, and they'd print them off, and it'd be 2 colors, and you would have to set them it's just like silk screening, actually. I think pretty much.
So the big 815 LSX swap that's on the back of the Mustang, that was all done on a Cricut. It just took multiple pieces.
Yeah, and
And
then
then
you
you
just gotta
kinda
line them up.
Yeah.
Yep. And the only one
Okay.
that was different was the X that we did in red.
Well, that's the nice thing about doing it out of a big thing is you can normally get the big rolls cheaper.
Yeah,
'cause,
probably the
it's
material.
it's a bulk size thing.
Yeah.
But you're
And then if
probably
you're
wasting more material.
well, that's the thing. If you're not making big runs, the big ones don't make any sense because, like you just said, you can waste a bunch too. So
Well,
yeah.
so I know like plasma tables. I've messed with plasma tables, so it's probably a very similar idea when you're designing. So when you're designing with a plasma table to maximize the waste of steel, you want to make sure you fit as many things in as you can on every
Yes.
corner, so you're not just throwing it
Yes.
away because you
But you
can't
gotta
feed
watch.
that back in.
yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. So that's
So
awesome.
there's a whole wall of vinyl.
Yep.
Nice.
Then
What are those? Like what are those hangers that are holding all of it?
they're
They're
what
literally
you
for that, isn't it?
no, they're actually for like
Oh.
they hang in the garage where you put like Walmart bags and stuff in it. That's what they're for.
Really?
Yeah.
It looked like something you could just buy, so I was like, "Oh shit, that's pretty cool." I just assumed it
Yeah.
was a thing. Well, there's your thing. Make that.
Yeah. There's a heat press, which is like an industrial size one.
Yep. I have
Nice.
one of those actually. It's
Yeah.
old, but I have one.
And 3D printer over there.
And then like,
Oh.
crossbow.
Oh yeah, a pistol crossbow. Yep.
That guy.
That's-
Don't worry about
that's
that.
what that
little guy.
That's fine. It's for the road.
Frankly, Dan, that's none of your business. I appreciate you staying out of my personal affairs.
It's not a firearm. We're good. YouTube approved. It'll be fine.
YouTube, yeah, it's fine.
Let's go back up here.
you
We
could.
got to scramble back up here for a second. So Flask and Sick, he mentioned the movie Spaceballs 2 before Mel bites it.
Oh, that is, yeah.
Yeah, Spaceballs ruined Star Wars for me. Like I never watched Star Wars first. So
Oh, no way.
When I watch Star Wars, I'm like, man, Spaceballs did it better. And everybody's like, that's not how that works.
Wow. I didn't think, I mean, shouldn't surprise me that somebody would have gone that way into it, but wow, that really.
Yeah, trust me. I was watching Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Like I watched Star Wars after watching Spaceballs a lot of times because I had the VHS as a kid and then never watched Star Wars. And then my buddy's like, you gotta watch Star Wars with me. And I'm just like, this is boring and it's not funny. I thought this was supposed to be funny. And like Spaceballs did this better. I don't know why this movie is so popular.
Shoot. Destroyer, thank you, brother. You did not need to, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Yeah, you could reach out. I guess he wants some vinyl stuff, so let me know.
Yeah. I think that's going to be my Christmas gift to myself. I just got to figure out which one's the good one to buy.
You got to figure out what you want to do with it. I think it depends.
Well, I'll use it.
You're going to run out of. There's one that you can print. It actually prints stickers and will cut and do everything, and it'll do just the straight vinyl as well. It's more expensive. I don't know how much more. But that one I think gives you the legs. I see Crickets that are just the straight cutters on the Facebooks all of the time because people, if they get into doing it, upgrade to the next level pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Would you say that would be your experience there too, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, the wife hit it hard when she first got it, and now I use it more than she does probably. She'll still make t-shirts for people kind of often, especially around the holidays, but otherwise, I'll make stickers here and there, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
See, I'm getting old and blind, so I'm gonna like vinyl sticker everything just so I can identify it from across the room. So it's gonna walk in and everything's just gonna look like a billboard of memory ideas everywhere. Like, what is going on in here?
His phone's just got four numbers on it.
That's all you need.
I got one of those
label maker.
Yeah.
I got a couple of those.
It doesn't make
problem
it
with
big
those heat label makers though is I've actually had problems where you overheat the label and then they go to shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it's heat that transfers them through the label.
So my new toy I'm trying to get right now is going to be a laser engraver.
I've looked at those. I got really big into firearms for a little while, and I really, really wanted one. And then I was like, I like to resell my firearms, and maybe me customizing them in a way that only suits me probably isn't a great idea.
Well, that's the thing you got to worry about. You got to think about that with any car. So like my Z, it's funny now because I've posted some shorts about this and I get lots of cringe on the way it is and I get that because it was made in a time frame. It's a time capsule now. I hate to break it to us, but we're old.
Not going the other way, I hope.
Well, that's the thing. That car, no one else is going to appreciate what I have done to that car, except a small group of people from that era, and it's not going to be appreciated in a monetary. It's going to hurt it more. It's going to, you know what I mean. Let's not kid ourselves. So it just needs to be one of those deals where when you modify something like that, you need to come down to you're going to own it forever type of deals.
So let's address Fox Can Fix It. George Foreman does work as a heat press as long as you like the grilled in finish. I mean, I guess you get the flatbread sides, and then it'd probably work the same way.
Gonna say, come on,
don't hate on the flatbread.
You
gotta flip those metal plates. I've never done it, but I know you can. So
it should work. Yeah,
this is a good one right here. Cricket to cut out gaskets. Now that there is genius.
Actually not. So the one thing you got to worry about and watch, the same problem we had with the big vinyl cutter we had at work, was the blades wear out after a while and they're not cheap, and you got to know when it's time to get because that'll screw you on the whole thing, you know. Well,
Eric can answer that for us. Have you had to replace the blades on your Cricket?
Not on anything that we've been cutting with vinyl. We haven't done any like thick like cardboard or cardstock or anything beyond that.
And yeah, well, and so ours, we were running it. We had a sticker shop. We were printing stickers for the base and for all of the shenanigans I needed done too. So, things wear out.
That's the other thing with the laser engravers too, is a lot of them can cut certain kind of materials too. So if I get one,
Yep.
the problem is the ones that I'm looking at aren't very big. At least ones that
Yeah.
I can afford right now. I
And
don't
you got
want
to
to
look
spend a
at
bunch of money getting like a high end one if it's just going to be for me
So
and I can't make money using it.
I know
you got
with
to worry
small
about the
plasma,
collection. The collection is the big problem that we ran into because we had some at one of the jobs I had, and the collection unit was almost as much as the laser unit, and then the collection unit was the thing that we kept having to service every couple of years because of, I mean, we used the shit out of that thing.
Right.
I know a guy that has an industrial size laser cutter, like size of a large building styles.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's one of the biggest things he works on is the collection unit in that. You can cut steel all day, but when that thing gets clogged up, it takes a whole day just to get it cleaned out. So you have so much downtime messing with that versus what the thing is capable of cutting.
Right. But I figured
Holy
with
shit.
the what
So
was that?
when a tree falls in this forest, I guess if you're close enough.
Yeah.
So that was
Barriers.
maybe 150 yards that way. But I heard it over my headphones. Did you guys hear it?
Yeah,
Or
I
was
heard
just-
it.
Heard a
Okay.
crack.
Apparently,
It's a
I freeze a
tree.
lot.
Yeah, you're freezing a little bit here and there.
Sorry.
It's
Well-
not amazing, but it's there.
So is it worse than?
Oh, it was way worse on the phone. Like I can
Okay.
tell you look like a person now. So with the
Okay.
phone, it was just like I just saw hair and like some
Potato
skin
Man?
color. Yeah. You looked like Eric's background, but just
Okay,
without.
so now the last time I did the live over in the dungeon, is this better than the dungeon or not?
Yeah,
'cause I have-
visually.
Okay, because I have 30 meg over there, but it's landline 30, so it's
Oh,
at least
I don't
consistent.
see a difference.
But that's also in the garage that I don't want to be in. I mean, this is my. I haven't shown you my setup here, but I mean, we're just chilling by the ambiance here. I got
Lives in a
you know-
forest and he got so bougie he stopped burning wood.
listen. That takes
Listen.
work.
Takes
Meanwhile,
effort.
it's like 30 degrees here.
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah,
26
no.
here and it's cold. It's bitter cold.
Well, I mean, shoot, where Bryce is, I'm sure it's like 70 degrees right now.
Oh, it's probably 100. It's Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
Here he goes. So he's about buy cutter bits in quantity. Same with 3D printer parts. Yeah, 3D printer parts. There's
Yeah.
another one. You'll break some stuff on those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's gonna be like anything with those.
That's what I was gonna say before your tree fell. Is with the laser engraver, I thought if I'm gonna do like, I don't know, I'm working on a project and I can basically just 3D print a fixture to where I could just plop parts in and keep them orientated the same all the time. That's what we do at work. So
And then probably, I'm assuming you want a laser engraver to laser engrave like maybe a logo on these nice little Mustang things you're putting in.
Or
Yeah.
okay, the engraver won't cut those out though.
No.
Yeah.
stuff I'm looking
would-
at is just anodized aluminum right now.
Yeah, that would be a heck of a laser to be cutting those out.
Cause
Yeah, that'd be
you could
pretty
cut
cool.
like acrylic probably and
Yeah.
maybe some real thin wood, but that'd probably be about it.
Listen, I'm like, what is going on in the woods right now? I got an active environment out here. Sasquatch could come join the live at any point. You don't even know.
Well, I
There you
see
go,
some
bud.
neon lights behind you.
Oh, hey, thank you. Oh, yes. So I've got my birthday is coming up, and so I've got people coming into town. So my kid is giving up his bedroom and camping out. So apparently we need neon lights in our tent. I'm not about to question it. So carry on.
What's up,
That's-
Tim? Did you get your super clean package yet? Tim was the winner of our super clean giveaway.
Hell yeah, Tim. Good dude. I like me some Tim.
See, I know a couple people that have plasma cutters, CNC machines.
couple
I know
guys,
people have
you
the
know,
big,
just a
big
couple
stuff
guys.
too. So I do have a problem, like fundamentally buying any of it because I don't do enough of it to own one.
Yeah, so that's kind of with the laser engraver. I'm trying to take the money that I've made on trim rings
Yeah.
and put it into something else that I can use to make money and not just like blow it.
Well, and then it also gives you a tool that you can do cool things with too.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Any
Anytime
parts
you
that I
can-
design, I can laser
Yeah.
our logo on it or whatever.
Exactly.
You know, and the worst part about it all is, you know, back 15 years ago, you had to put some real money down to even attempt to buy any of this stuff. And now it's actually
Yes.
affordable in comparison by a lot. So
Yeah,
then you
Is
do
it?
have anybody that's ambitious at all with a big enough pocketbook, they're just going to go buy the stuff, use it, and probably let it sit in the corner and collect dust.
Hey,
You
I'm
can
telling
get-
you, if you guys just keep an eye on Facebook, you can find these things here and there and just keep going.
Yeah, you can get a diode laser for a few $100, 400 or 500, but I've been looking at the fiber lasers that'll do more metal, and the
Yeah.
cheap end you can get them for 1,500, $2,000, and then the next tier is like 5-6 grand before they jump to like 10, 20, 50, 100.
Yeah, it's crazy, the jumps. And the other thing is you can get a lot of these things kind of knock off overseas, but getting them
Yeah.
becomes the
Well,
problem.
then it's just more parts you got to replace.
Well, a lot of the times they're just like, you know, Sundays or whatever, you know, they ran same damn thing, just ran on the off days essentially by the extra workers or whatever it is
Yeah.
they're doing. It's a big thing in the Can-Am market. You get a basically they ran a run of, let's say, mirrors, right? And then when they were done doing the run, the factory ran another run for another company who paid these guys to do it, and then they just sell them. It's the same damn part.
Oh yeah, there's.
Did you
like,
say mirrors?
Mir-
I think it's
yes,
mirrors.
mirrors.
Mirrors. I've been
It's
told
a-
that by the internet that I've been saying it wrong my whole life. So
Are
You
we
gotta
gonna
say
go? Is that where we're
mirrors.
going with this live? Are we gonna go talk about what all the things Dudes with Wrenches does wrong from his?
yeah.
Because so your comment pool is some of the depths of hell and a good place, like puppies and candy, all at the same time. Like it depends where you go and what you see.
So how are you managing all that? How's that going?
So I do this
wouldn't
thing.
use the word managing.
Yeah, managing's a strong word. That's a pretty strong word. What we do is we fail horribly, and we just kind of thumb through, and that's what happens. And then sometime later, when I'm bored, I thumb through again, and I never quite ever catch up. And then after a while, YouTube just stops telling me and moves on to new stuff. So
Nice.
you can't manage 999 notifications every day. It's just because that's where the little counter stops. So.
Yep, I've had Instagram hit that before on a reel, and I open up my phone and I'm like $9.99. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think we're done before we started.
Here you go. You 100K yet or what? What's taking?
No, we're never getting to 100K. Just so everybody's aware, that is a hard train to nowhere. But if anybody wants to know, you can get a partner manager from YouTube at 70K, and you'll be sadly disappointed about that. And
are you actually going to talk about this? I thought you were Fight
I'm not
Club.
supposed to talk about
You can't talk about Fight Club.
I'm just pretty bitter about it at this point.
So do you get something? Do you get a plaque or anything for 10K? Is that what you get, or is it just 100K?
You don't
It's
get a
100K.
plaque for nothing.
Until 100K.
That's not true. I have one right here.
It's all blurry. Can't see it. It's junk.
It's blurry. It's blurring it right now. It won't let us see it.
YouTube's like, no.
YouTube's like, no. You can't have that.
It's not for you.
That is awesome.
I see a red play button. You're not allowed to have that.
No.
Hey,
nobody has
it's
those.
not even a red play button anymore, is it? I mean, subscriber button's white now.
Is it?
Yeah, they
I
changed
couldn't
everything.
remember.
Don't you pay attention to your newsletters?
I don't get newsletters, bud.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not. I don't have a channel. What do you call that person you have?
Partner manager.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. I swear to God, I swear she's an intern.
I don't know, man.
That
bad.
was the other one. That was the one who.
That
ran
was the other one. That was
orientation.
Amanda. I'm
Okay,
with
that one. That
I
one's
can't pronounce her
definitely an
name without
intern.
being called a racist, so we're just gonna go with that.
So February should be good for you when they start monetizing
No,
for shorts.
well, okay, it'll be better than it is now, but
I don't
won't.
know.
It's gonna be so neutered by then. It's not even.
So
gonna be
here's
fun.
my problem with it, and this is the inside information. Are you ready?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
There's
Shh,
way
don't
too
tell anyone
many
we're here.
people creating content now because they said they would pay for it.
Mhm.
They're super happy about it. But that doesn't help me or you or him make any money. So
we all
there it
snuck
is.
in when apparently there was a thing where
There was more viewing than there was
than-
creating.
which I still don't understand how that's
How
even
that's possible.
physically possible.
But that's what they said.
Apparently that's what they said. And so whenever all of us, kind of rolled into a bunch of shorts and stuff at differing varying levels, like my not so great and his a lot better, and then even other guys even like way better.
Way better.
They basically said, yeah, that happened and that won't happen again. And they said it won't because of this reason that is like, I don't know that I believe that. I think it's more like, I know it won't happen again because they're like, that was broken and we won't let that happen again. But I think it was from what I got from what I was fed secondhand or from my inside source, which isn't this guy right here, is a different guy. It was a lot of smoke and mirrors, and they don't tell me that.
I don't even think it was all smoke. like just a lot of smoke.
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I'm making about $10 a month right now.
Sweet.
Hey, that's making
killing it.
Making that's the trick.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm
let's see.
3 videos a week plus 5 shorts a day, and I'm pulling around $20 a month.
That is
wow.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm not doing that much.
Well,
I'm in a I don't post long form content very rarely.
Yeah, so they pay you for long form content, so dudes just doesn't.
I just don't do that.
But Backfires and Burnouts, what's up, brother?
I
Justin,
am walking a pretty
are
constant $50 a month scheme going. So
is that what you got going here?
Yeah, pretty good.
Hell yeah, and we've all been gone, Justin, all of us. He went from there. You go.
Hey, wow,
Midnight's killing it. Yeah,
killing it.
So, Midnight has a bunch of searchable content that drives people in. He makes videos for people that want information. He's killing his segment, man. Killing it.
My YouTube lies. I just opened AdSense to be like, so what I get paid this month? Holy crap! Never mind. We're gonna talk about that later.
Oh,
well, that must be good.
That's good. Oh, so so here's the thing. Mine just kind of I randomly had a video make $3 when it had made 1 cent before. It like backdated $3 onto a random video for me and actually paid me like in AdSense for it. I was like, that feels like it's wrong and they're going to come back for it, but they've already paid me. So screw them, I guess.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Yeah, you're going to have to pry it out of my cold, dead hands.
Pry it out of my cold, dead electronic hands.
Yeah, I haven't hit the $100 yet, so I haven't got a paycheck yet.
Oh, it's in a personal name, and I started an LLC and combined everything and did a bunch of stuff. So I've had to make a new AdSense and do a bunch of other, unlike dudes who did it all the right way the first time.
So I was pretty smart. I'm gonna gloat just a little bit, and I did AdSense way before I was ever monetized.
I didn't.
So it kicked right in. Like when they monetized me, I just clicked the buttons and it's like, you're good.
Brother,
and
I sent an invite out in the Volvo chat. Come on in, man.
Is this live? Are you chatting with us right now? What?
Well,
are you smoking?
Is this real life?
Well, you got to remember that I had a counterpart that was playing around and got demonetized for 30 days too.
You say that like you don't have a counterpart anymore.
No, I do.
All right.
I didn't get rid of him.
Say that in a kind of we had to put him down. Kind of.
Dave don't live here no more.
Dave, we don't talk about Dave no more.
I'm not directly putting the blame on him. Yeah, I am.
No. Of course not.
That's all good.
Yeah, things happen. We are way behind in this chat. What are you doing over here?
Not anything with that.
I've been doing a lot of prototype work for other people. Sweet. Yes, sir. Congrats. Glancing.
I've helped Destroyer out a little bit, get his stuff going. We've been
Have ya?
doing some stuff together, so that's been pretty fun.
Nice.
See. No 100K.
Yeah, I've been seeing you guys. I've been seeing everyone doing stuff and going to their different lives and everything. But damn, man, internet was just killing me. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I took a little break during that demonetization because I'm like, what's the point of uploading anything right now?
Facts. So I
well,
would have done the same thing. Yeah.
And it actually was very nice, but then I felt like I recorded a lot, and now I'm way behind.
But you have the footage. Oh, you didn't record, or you did record a lot?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, so you're laying my boat where you got a bunch of footage at it. You just got to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I still have 3 hours of Volvo Day 5 sitting on my desktop that I open it and I look at the 3-hour timeline and then I close it again. And I'm like, I'm not ready for that yet.
I forgot you never finished that.
I still have Day 5.
I opened that hard drive and I just go, nope.
I powered through. I edited that stuff together, and it was easier for me to edit it knowing the job you had done editing it and what was going. The project was going to get the story told the way it deserved to be told from your channel, and I'm glad you did that because I don't think I would have taken the time. Let's face it. As
I got hours.
I would have half-assed it, and it would have been good enough, like it is. It's just it's my style. Let's not. I mean, anyone who watches the channel and has met me, we all know it's where we are. Okay, it's gonna hold, but it might not be the nicest thing.
So I don't know who East Coast Ken is. So hi, East Coast Ken. I'm not sure who you are. Thanks for coming.
But Max Peating Rods, Cletus's favorite company, had sent over some coilovers for the BMW, so we're working on getting those installed here shortly too.
Nice.
I just I've given up on LSs and cars in general, and we're side by side channel now.
He's completely scumbagged away from everything.
Yeah, I see a lot of heavy equipment
and side by side stuff. Yeah, turns out I can't justify spending money on the toys. On the race car toys. Those toys. Yeah,
those toys that don't drive in the mountains.
Yeah, basically, I live in the mountains now, and so I kind of had to.
Went, 350Zs, they don't mountain climb well, so.
Oh, you can't Tokyo drift them through the mountains? That's not real?
I actually can, and I found a Tokyo Drift Canyon. It's a county road, but it's out single lane in the middle of nowhere, and it washed away, and they repaved it, and it is pristine.
Nice.
What are we doing right now then?
It's drifty dime roads with embankments that go down into death, with no guardrails. It's good times if you got that cutout in the seat for your big old hangers to hang down, and you can probably jiff the shit out of that. But
I mean, I just take the seat out and I sit on them, and then I just
sit on them. Is that how you full sends? Yeah. See, I'm all lopsided now, because So
it makes it a little harder to drift.
Yeah, I'd end up like the NASCAR guy that just rode the wall all the way around.
I heard this works in a video game.
I started. So my only real interaction with the outside world is essentially Facebook, which is completely totally terrible. And whatever dudes or some, the other people I talk to in person tell me about their experiences in the world. Otherwise, I just don't really care because I'm in the middle of nowhere.
See, this is the exact message everybody has to come to terms with. I have so much to do right now. Recording wastes so much time for me. I don't do it. And it just bites me every time. I
start off recording. The job gets hard. I do less of it. And then I do literally, hey, we're done. And I have nothing in between. So stay tuned. You're going to see a lot of that coming out.
Yeah, I did a bunch of wiring on the Mustang because I finally made it street legal. And it was just like, do I really need to show you how to hook up all these wires? So I did a bunch of wiring, and then I'd show what where it's at, and then I did a bunch more, and then where I'm at, and it's okay.
This guy, you look like you're here to teach us something. Like you just turned to page 127 of the PowerPoint.
So first off, happy Veterans Day, gentlemen.
Oh, you too, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. So how is everything going?
I got the internets now. Old Elon has shined down upon me.
But do you?
Okay, I have more internets than I had before. I went from having 120 gigs of data to use in a month to having a terabyte, and it's faster.
Nice.
So it's better stuff.
There you go.
How was the No Name Nationals? Now that I see Midnight talking about that,
It was good. I
Yeah.
thought it was good. Good to meet everybody. It was chill, burnouts, hanging out. I mean, everything went pretty smooth.
nice.
Got a little cold at night, but
Yeah, I guess that time of the year probably would be a bit of that.
So
Dudes and I
I was just going to say, so during No Name Nationals, I was supposed to be going on vacation to Florida for my kid's birthday, but a hurricane decided to come through the same day I was going to land in Tampa and ruined that. And I ended up at the Mall of America.
That's the other way.
Wow, you really downgraded there.
So, yeah, so I'd never been to the Mall of America, and I probably won't be back either.
No.
I
We
don't know
spent,
why
like,
anyone.
3
No.
days there, and I think a day was good.
It's one of those, it's an attraction, but that's it.
It is very much.
now you can say you've been.
That's
there is
it.
that.
Yep. And it was the kid's birthday, so we did some birthday stuff. But
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, as long as they had fun, I mean, that's kind of the point. But
There you go,
Yeah.
Cindy.
I did
You get
not
on
take
board
the
with that.
Volvo to No Name Nationals. The
Not
suspension.
suspension.
was gone.
So, where are you at on airbagging that thing? I know that was always the plan for you at some point.
It needs it. That's what's going to happen. I just haven't done it yet, but it'll happen this earliest next year. So I don't have a specific date yet, but
Listen, I'm with you. I got my project made it into the dungeon. We were going to work on it. I piled everything on top of it as a shelf, and then straight up put it out back. It's outside for the winter.
Then he
and
bought
now
something new, and
it's all side by side all the time over here. Yep.
yep.
It's
I just keep buying Galaxies, so it's an addiction.
he does though. Like he's not bullshitting right now. Tell him, dudes.
Well, I need to get a wagon, and then I'll have the full set. So I'll have a 2-door, 4-door, a convertible, and I can get a wagon, and we'll just have all the ones you can have.
well, there you go. I haven't been on YouTube pretty much at all.
I'm gonna say I haven't seen you. I see more from your kid than I do from you, and I'm not even seeing a whole bunch from him lately.
Yeah. No, I haven't been doing anything. I've got some videos, just haven't put them up. I've been invited to some lives, but hadn't went on any of them. So,
well, we appreciate you coming out. I mean, we don't have much lives anymore. It's the first one we've done since the last one I think you were on with us.
Probably. Well, I went and got a job. So.
Oh, really? What do you?
Is this the
doing?
job uniform we're looking at, or is this?
Well, not really. I mean, it's just a button-up shirt. I don't really have a uniform, just the boss over there. So I'm just running another shop again. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep, stacking up some money and putting more money into the business. And anyway.
Yeah, it's time for that, or especially with everything going on out. It's wild. I've been trying to look for a place to buy to like own something out here, and it is insane.
Like
really?
Everywhere, man. I don't.
I send
You
dudes
imply
these places all the
there
time.
like it's a thing, and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all noticed car prices going down just a little bit. Nothing crazy, just a little bit.
Everything's coming down. They're freaking out in the side-by-side world right now. They're like, your rigs aren't going to be worth 40 grand. I was like, your rigs weren't worth 40 grand to begin with.
Exactly.
Ever.
I guess it's only worth what people pay for it, but
well, and that was the deal. Everything got behind. The 2022s weren't coming out, and everybody wanted to have their new toy because they got all this, wherever the money came from. And so everyone was like, my rig that I paid $20,000 is now $30,000, and people paid it.
Big Block, he blew the engine up in his truck. So
Yeah, I saw some pictures. Some pistons liberated themselves from the rods and whatnot.
And that is how you send it, bud.
Oh, he did, and he wasn't upset a bit.
At a certain point, if you're going to go do certain things with your car,
you
you got to understand it doesn't owe you. Did it put on a show? Because that's what it was there to do.
It did.
There you go.
And even after, he was still driving, even after the block had, sprayed oil all over the track. He's still driving it for, 15 more seconds.
I've got proof that JB Weld will hold it back together.
Not that engine. It's done.
At a certain point, it can only do so much.
It starts. We started it on the engine stand. No RPMs or nothing, but it starts.
Oh man, that's wild.
The first motor I was ever part of obliterating was in a 77 3/4 ton Chevy that was pulling a gooseneck trailer with way too much round bales on it. And it was a small block in 4 low just to get moving. And we sent that thing as hard as she wanted to go until about 10 feet from where it needed to be. And it just went whoop, 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 and just stopped. And we're like, oh, that doesn't sound good. And that's when we realized pistons had let go of rods on 7 and 8 and just kind of let be free.
we don't work here anymore.
Yeah. And it was like the most coolest, uneventful thing ever, really. I mean, it was just like, wow, that just stopped moving. What happened? I'm pretty sure it's dead.
So it sounds like the next event we need to have is a Galaxy vehicle towing a side-by-side or four-wheeler or something. So, or excavator or something. I don't know.
So I have a plan.
I can crush some things over here. I got,
I do have an idea for a build that me and Wasted have talked about, but it would be very expensive and it would hurt. Like, it would be painful because the idea of driving what we build to Oregon from Iowa would get, it just wouldn't be enjoyable.
No,
well,
the roadkill part of
$3
it.
grand. I'm fixing the outside of my house where it was. I don't know if y'all guys seen it when you're down where it's starting to rot out or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So that's where my money went.
Yeah, I had to put a new AC on the house in Maryland. That was fun to do, especially in the winter. But my guy's like, you want to do it now because it's going to be way more expensive this summer.
When everybody wants one.
Well, yeah, that's what he said. And he's like, I have time because he fixed it. It had some issues this summer. And he's like, this winter, we're going to have to do it. And then winter came. And I was like, shit. I was really hoping this wasn't going to come. Here, take a bunch of money.
Here's my money.
Yep. We'll write it off on taxes.
Yeah. Still had to pay for it.
Yeah, that is the problem. And it's a far better heater than I have in the current place I live, which is even better because, life decisions.
There you go, Big Block. I thought they'd be out of cars. The way you were talking, they had to clear it out by a certain time. I didn't know they still had some cars over there.
Really? I thought that place had been done by now.
Well, he's saying the state bought it or something. He had a certain amount of time to get all the cars out there. I'm like, shit, I guess I ain't getting any. I don't know.
He's getting an 84 Mercury Capri RS turbo. Is that like a 4-cylinder turbo, Big Block?
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I don't think they
I don't think they made any other
6
turbos.
months.
Yeah.
Well, that means
The Mercuries were
save up
weird,
some
though.
money then. As long as I don't have any house stuff to pay for, I'll have some extra money and we can buy some cars.
Yeah.
I still need to put money into the Volvo though. So.
Well, the nice thing about that thing is you've got a good power plant and most of a good drivetrain. So
it'll start up and drive anywhere. It just rubs and doesn't have power steering and no AC and
yeah. So it's
like
all
a 67
it's solid
Galaxy.
built. I mean, it is solid freaking built.
Yeah. So it's just like all of our projects. It's got one good part and everything else that still needs to be done.
Well, all the Volvo stuff isn't holding up so well.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have that.
What do
The
you
BMW
expect when it
seats were
was
a nice
built in
addition.
5 days?
Yeah. Oh no! I mean, what we did in those 5 days was a pretty good accomplishment, I think.
Well,
for what we
especially
had.
how solid it is to
Yeah.
be built in 5 days. I mean, I went to car shows and I'm seeing these LS builds. I'm like, this took you a year? That's not
It
very
looks
good.
like crap.
Yeah. And then
I go to
I'm
some of
like,
these
oh, this took you 2
donk
years. It's
shows.
perfect. But
Ooh.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
no,
know
that
you
was
could
cool.
hack an LS motor into a Chevy Caprice so badly until I went to a few donk shows where I'm just like,
oh,
why did you do that to that cross member? And it still doesn't fit under the hood? What's happening right now? Well, I didn't have to buy an oil pan that way. That's not how you should have done that.
So apparently people pay other people to do LS swaps for them. And apparently it costs 20 to 30 grand to pay somebody to do an LS swap for you.
Yes, I could totally understand that, because here's why. If you were to do that, you're going to have to either pay someone to help you, or you're going to do all of that as a job for a big chunk of time. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Think about the hours that we put in and what what a
Yeah.
shop charges per hour. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
over 5, 6, 6
realistically,
and a half
if
days.
that is something you want and you have the money,
It's like 40 grand.
it's worth it to spend it. If you're not into, like us, that enjoy the pain and anguish of creating, you have to be a certain kind of sick. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad we all got together and did it, because I wouldn't have done it by myself probably.
Oh yeah. No, and that's the same way for a lot of projects, especially ones that I took, we took the inspiration for doing this project against, I mean, come together, do the thing for a thing. It would have been great if it all would have worked out. We all could have made it to No Name and it all would have worked out, but that's unfortunately, and I think we all knew this going in the time and age we are, shit happens.
Yeah, well,
it happens pretty quick.
I'm surprised we all got together to do the build, honestly.
Yeah.
Everything lined up perfect for everyone to be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
And that isn't like you said, that's not the easiest thing to make happen. You know what I mean?
Well, it went from dudes being the least inconvenienced to being one of the most inconvenienced to do it.
Yep. Well, and there was a bunch of people that, for different reasons, it didn't work out for them in the beginning and to the end too. So, I mean, that is what it is. It all works out in one way or another.
I had a blast. I'm ready to do something else. It doesn't have to be right this second, but we should all definitely get together again. And
I was gonna say, if you guys ever want to come out and get some footage of you, screaming from the passenger seat, through the mountains, you just come on out. Open invitation, boys.
Probably not,
Screaming
but
like,
I could come out and like right behind you with a 4-wheeler or something.
I would say if you find, but like you'll have to get to the video. I don't think it's up yet, but I take my mom for a ride, and she's ridden with my dad and my brothers and everybody. In fact, she's pretty used to riding. And I was like, "You ready to party?" And she's like, "Uh-huh." And I just sent this thing. And we didn't make it very far before she wanted to tell me she did not want to party anymore.
So we need to build something that's not supposed to be full-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And build it for that out there.
That's what dudes and I were talking about.
Yeah.
But then build it and roadkill it like 2 here, and then beat it out in the woods and and basically do like a trial of, this is what this thing will do, and then this is what our cobbled together bullshit will do.
This is what our $6,000 junk project is.
Yeah.
And the cobbled together bullshit is going to be off-road ready and road tripped across the United States in a poor fashion.
Okay. I was gonna say I highlight it should make it, but it'll probably be on the bed of a truck before someone.
Well, where are y'all talking about building it though?
Brails for what is up, brother? You get this guy.
We can build it at A15's place.
I ain't got no place.
Oh, shit.
That's the other thing we run into. Well, that's the thing here. I got the dungeon you see in the videos. It ain't much, boys. It's a dry spot. So
I keep looking for shops, but they're not there. You can rent one, but I don't really want to rent one, and the cost to rent one is insane anyways. If I'm gonna spend that much money, I want to buy it, own it, and do what I want with it.
Sure.
Exactly. If you're gonna put that kind of money in, you might as well build yourself something if you've got the space to do it.
I don't.
Yeah, that's the problem I'm running into now too.
I have all the space. I like to keep my money close.
Well, that's the thing. You've got space, but I've been finding deals for buildings and stuff that he's like, if that was here.
I was actually on 4 different auctions all week, and I probably should have bought some stuff on there. So they're fabric buildings, like fabric hoop buildings.
Yep.
And they make them so they'll go between two.
They call those light deprivation pot buildings out here.
But they got them so you can connect them to containers.
Oh, the one thing, like the thing I sent you that was in California. Yeah. Okay, I know. I thought you were talking about the other things.
And they come from Canada, so they're weather rated and all this stuff for snow load and things like that. That says the fabric's good for like 5 years. My idea would be to just put steel over it and make a little Kwanzaa hut out of the arches.
A Quonset on top. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the question is, will that hold up the extra weight with those?
But that's the thing. So if I buy 2 kits and double up the hoops,
I don't know if that's how that works.
it is how that works.
I don't know if that's how
you
that
can
works.
make it.
I am
And then
not.
you
I'm
just
not
put
an
in some
engineer.
extra bars, and you put
I'm
in some
not an
extra bars
engineer,
this way.
but I don't think you could just put some bars
just
in
keep
some
adding
places
metal.
and just if you just so it's like my welding. You just feed more
you
wire
just
in there.
keep
It's
adding
stronger.
metal. It's strong.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I looked at a few of those buildings for cheap storage, and they're only 6 foot tall. Is the shitty part? 6 foot tall in the center because they're meant to be mounted onto storage containers, which give them height.
Yeah.
So I looked at those, and you could do a 20 by 40, so 20 wide by 40 long, and they ran them up on the bids to like $1,000 for a kit. They're regularly $2,700. So once I started looking at the actual original prices, I'm like, do I want to buy one for $1,000 and have to drive 2.5 hours to pick it up, or just order one and have it shipped to me and know that it's good, rather than a dent sale one that you don't even know if all of them are still in the box?
Yeah. What are you even getting?
Yeah. So I've been watching those on auction, and I always make sure you look at ones that are good for Canada. If it's good for Canada, it should last Iowa.
You would think they get more snow up there, but
Yeah.
Y'all get too much snow. I've already had snow actually, so I guess I can't say much. But
bro, today.
Yeah, but you're also sitting outside right now, and dudes and I are inside.
Today I had to put a light jacket on, so
it was brutally cold today.
Well, if I get too much colder, I'll just turn that little guy.
Oh, is that a Milwaukee?
Oh, you know it is. Yeah.
Oh, I got the hoodie version of that.
Oh, how do you like that?
I do like it because I have like a big Carhartt jacket that I can wear that underneath.
I think. See, that ends up being my exterior one, and then I wear like a hoodie underneath. If it's
I feel like if I ever owned one, I would never winterize. Like I winterize by getting cold and staying cold, and then I don't.
We were talking about this today. Listen,
so
I'm coming
if
from
I did that
winter in New Orleans to this. I need to slowly work my way into it.
Yeah, it's true. I was outside today trying to winterize by wearing less coats, and I'm like, nope, still too cold.
Brailsford, it is. I have not gotten a haircut since New Year's Eve in Sicily, and the beard has been since. Well, I stopped shaving the day before I saw you guys. So yeah,
that's a horrifically horrible beard for April.
Oh,
I mean, I've shaved twice since then.
Listen, say what you want,
last
dudes. Say what you want.
They always try to trim it and mess it up, so like I had to cut it off.
Well, that's how I don't mess it up. I don't trim it. It's just this. I look like a homeless
has not
person.
been touched, and I'm ashamed of that beard.
Hey, listen, if it's not for everyone,
like 2 more years, and it'll be like just a little bit longer.
Well, we get him over to do some welding under the Volvo again, and he'll singe it off.
Dude. I wear that shirt every now and again, and then it's just disaster. Dudes,
you're wearing
Brailsford.
Yeah.
So you're getting to the point where you're a little less bum and more hippie.
I don't know. I'm leaning in towards full on freaking homeless is actually the look I go for.
Yeah, your hair's a little too clean right now. So
yeah, I do like the hair not all shitty, so that does. But I want to I want some shit in the beard. I want like the trinkets, the Jack Sparrow, fucking.
I can totally see you.
Yes, dude.
No.
Yes.
I'm not sure we can be friends anymore if you're beading up your beard.
No. I don't want beads. I want like trinkets or like trinkets, some sort of medallion or I'm a pirate.
A little sparkle in it.
A little sparkle, yeah.
All you're gonna have is Captain Crunch. Don't worry about it.
I mean, if one of those little sucker keychains or whatever you can around your wrist, put that in there so you just
oh boy,
you should braid a big piece and hook it to a pacifier so you can just it's not hanging out of your beard. Oh, this
it's my binky. Get erect, nerd.
No.
Hey, I missed you guys. This has been a while.
Well, that's the thing. Dudes and I talk quite regularly, so we do this, and every time we sit around, we do this just the two of us. I'm just like, we need to do a freaking live with this.
Sure.
And then we always come back to the, well, I have no internet and he has no time. So
And we always go down this train of just like we have a very lengthy discussion about some randomness, and then we stop and we go, I don't think that was politically correct.
well, that is the other problem. We'll go down to one and be like, this would have been a great, and then we analyze the conversation we just had and go, okay, so we need to do this like a podcast where we can edit some of that shit out.
Just look at me like, I think we're going to jail for that.
Speaking of podcasts, I really got to start mine back up. I am like,
I'm about to say,
quit everything.
There was somebody.
I took a big break.
Hey, listen, you got to sometimes. I get it.
I got a whole script written basically to cover what we did from April Volvo build till today, and I just got to sit down and record it now. Because then in 3 weeks we got PRI, so I'm going to PRI.
Oh, are you going to do that again?
Yep. Except for this time, I'm going for the week instead of trying to make it a day trip.
Yeah.
Did you see that I got an interview in the magazine, though?
I did. I saw that, yeah.
That was pretty cool. I don't know how the guy got my information. He said from some other lady that I follow on LinkedIn, I guess, that knew I was there, something. One way or another, I got connected, and it was pretty cool. He was in California, and he was a freelance editor, and sent me an email, and we did a phone interview, and next thing I know, there's an article in the PRI magazine for November.
Now, did you get any? What are you doing?
It's like turning all white and shit.
I was like, what are you doing?
It's like a light. The light needs to go away. All right. I'm gonna fix this. I'll be right back.
All right. What's up, bud?
I haven't talked to you fellas in a minute.
We haven't been talking to many people in a minute. We've been. I've been without internet until just the other day and whatnot.
Yeah, the Navy just got my soul for a few more years.
Oh, you were talking about being done.
Yeah, well, I promoted and I'm at retirement rank, and I got a job.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got a job where I don't have to move.
Yeah.
So a sea duty job in Camp Lejeune.
Freaking admiral, huh?
Pull that off.
I got a by name request from a 3-star general.
Yep, that'll do that. That's how you do that. Yep. Well, that's good. Hell yeah! Congratulations, brother.
They'll take me to 14. They'll take me to 14 if I extend 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better stay till 20.
Who knows what happens at that point? Well, no, he'll be in that spot until then. He won't have to move.
Yeah.
And by that point though, your kids won't be old enough to pull the like high school exemption or something like that either.
I'm hoping that I can. So my job I have right now is an 03 billet, but it's becoming an 04 billet because they're going from a site to a detachment. Yep, so I'm hoping that I can come back and get my old job back.
Roll back into the exact same thing because they upped it.
Yeah. So, I'm good. My headquarters is up in Little Creek. They all like me, so I'm hoping they'll go to the admiral they work for and say, "Hey, we want this guy. Can you request him?"
Oh yeah, that's awesome, dude. They'll let you. So you guys will stay in that place and not upgrade or anything like that.
Well, my wife wants to, but I can't. It's not a good market right now.
No, not right now. No, and rates
I own this house at 2.3%, so let's keep it that way.
Yep. That's because they're I think the military buyer choice on Navy Fed or something like that was 7% or some bullshit like that.
I have a Master Chief who was going to finance a new car. You know what rate he got? Finance as a Master Chief. You know they gave
probably 7.5%.
No, 11%. And you know what they were supposed to give him? 12%. But they offered
that was the hookup. That was the hookup.
What? Oh, what are you getting hooked up with? Herpes?
Well, he must be paying one of them higher prices for the vehicle as well, too.
Yeah, it's a freaking Mercedes.
Yeah, they just know you want one at that point.
Well, yeah, but I mean, shit. Especially at that age, military money, they're gonna get their money. He's a.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That dude's gonna have to really fuck up for them to not get their money.
Yeah.
I want to buy my wife a new car, but like not right now.
No,
Sweet.
I ordered a Bronco a while ago, and it doesn't even have a build date still. So
You'll be all right. Yeah.
YouTube
I
money must
want-
be paying
I
well.
Maybe they'll work out all the bugs by that time.
I want a new vehicle, and I can't even get one.
Well, you can get one of the Mavericks, can't you?
No, we're not doing that.
I saw
And
a
I can-
Maverick posted. I can't believe it. I saw a Maverick posted for a price. Just blew my mind. It was like a $42,000 Ford Maverick. I'm like, who in their right mind would buy that when you can go buy a Tundra or something for the same price?
Because
Oh, if you
everybody
don't
wants
need
a
it,
Maverick
Tundra.
right now because they're hot right now and they're
They
not
are.
building
Well, and
fast
dealerships are fucking
Well,
scummy.
Is that why you're
and
telling me
are
I can't get my
overcharging.
Bronco?
Yeah, dealerships are killing people.
Oh yeah.
They have car dealers, man. It's
So here, okay, I got one for you. Most of us here are military of some sort. My buddy's coming in.
Yeah,
He's
Eric.
on a 4-hour layover in Seattle. He goes to the USO to chill for 4 hours, and on Veterans Day, the USO is closed.
yeah.
He's like, that's a little backwards, isn't it? I was like,
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, I got one better than that.
Oh yeah.
I've worked for my company for 13 years. For 13 years, the only thing you could get for Veterans Day is you could take it off without pay. But it didn't count against you. If you wanted to take it paid, you got to take the PTO. So now we have a new CEO, and she's a veteran. So she said, we're going to help out the veterans.
Oh, that's the best part. Tell him about how she was the commander of a submarine.
Yeah, she's talking about commander of a submarine or some shit. I don't know. But
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said when he told me that, Brailsford. That's exactly what I said. I was like, she may have been a commander on a submarine once.
Hey, my class was the first class of female officers on submarines. So I'm not even old enough to be a commander on a submarine.
That's what I was
saying.
That's
she
what I
was
was
only in for 5 years, so we'll just add there. So, backing up. So she's a veteran.
Sorry,
so then
dudes.
she decided I'm going to help out the veterans within the company, and everybody just gets Veterans Day off. Because nothing like slapping the face of the veterans that have never been paid for Veterans Day off. Just everybody gets it off.
Yeah.
It's fine. You're all veterans today. Have a day off.
He was quite salty about this one when he called me.
Bullshit. Don't take a Veterans Day off for 13 years, and the first one I get off, everybody gets it off. Yay, everybody.
Really took the special out of it for
you. When you go back to the office, do you thank everyone for their service?
Yeah. Yes, I'm going to. Thank you for your service. I'm glad you work here the same as I do.
I don't know if this is the first year I really noticed it or not, but the profile pictures changed to the back in the day military photos of everybody. I'm just like, I feel like there was more this year. Maybe it's just because we're all finally retired now and everyone's nostalgia.
Everybody's just really bitter. I don't know.
I didn't even get on Facebook today, so
I'm constantly on Facebook.
I'm really bad about telling people I'm a veteran of any kind. I don't like the thank you for your service. I did my job. Same as everybody else did their job, and that guy did his job, and
it's fine for most people, especially if they were already military, but then you start getting the people who are like, well, I would have joined the military, and then they start giving you stupid excuses.
Dude,
I love those.
My least favorite conversation in history was so I played on the NC State hockey team, and I was talking I had a teammate who came up to me. He's like, oh, you're Navy ROTC. I thought about joining the Marines. I'm gonna be Spec Ops or joining the SEALs. I was like,
be a Marine sniper.
Yep, just join. That's it. You just sign your name and you're in.
They take everybody.
You do that one step past thinking about it and just do it. It's really cool.
God,
unless you're standing there with like a leg gone, say like I would have joined. Like,
but
there's really no conversation here.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Like my brother-in-law would have joined, but he has lots of metal pins and plates in his ankle, which really kind of negated his ability to get in.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
they normally find those.
And that's fine, but I don't know. There's plenty of people that could have or would have joined, but
I'm not Big Black. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the people that do that. I'm not necessarily that guy yet. I said that to dudes earlier. I told you I'm not that guy yet. And
I did like 3 years ago.
Well, exactly. There was an influx in it this year. I guess is the more that I'm noticing is this year more than any, and maybe it's because I'm now retired that I noticed it more. I don't know. It just seemed like everyone did.
I got a collage of all my family members who are in the service, and my pictures, of course, in there. So my picture is posted as well. But it's the only one I have. It's the only one I have. So it's got like my uncle, who's my first salute. My great grandfather was a Marine. My grandfather was a Navy officer. My dad was a buck sergeant in the Air Force. My brother, he's now a vet because he's a reservist now. But I got all those pictures on there.
My grandfather was in for long enough for them to figure out he had diabetes and said, "You got to go." Then there was me.
So my grandpa, he served during Korea, right? And he graduated SUNY Maritime, and he had a job working for Newport News Shipbuilding.
Yep.
Well, guess what? They were drafting people to go to Korea. And so the Army came knocking on his door, and he's like, "Hold up, I've got a set of commissioning orders." And they're like, "You better get us orders within 24 hours, or you're going to boot camp." And the Navy hooked him up, and he was
they did.
Yeah, they got him his commission because he had earned it anyway, and put him out.
Yeah,
but that was the good old days. He was an ensign as a chief engineer on a repair ship.
Shut up! Why? That is wild. It's just like, here you go.
So nobody in my family joined the military. It was kind of one of those not cool things because I had a great uncle that joined World War II and kind of made a bad name for the military because he got to be part of the Bataan Death March. So, which he survived, but you don't love the military after that. It's weird.
Yeah, you don't come back and sing the praises.
Like.
Well, so I went to my buddy. He's trying to take over this community center softball thing for his kids. Softball, it's a big thing, or not softball, baseball. They're taking over the yard, and they're the young blood. And they got to put on the Veterans Day thing. It's what the people who run the committee that runs that whole. They're like, if you're gonna do that, we need you to do this too. So he's like, hey, we're doing this. You want to come out? And I was like, fine, I'll come out for the kids. Whatever. Blah blah blah. I get down there and I heard 3 or 4 conversations. How long were you in? 2 years. I couldn't get out fast enough. And these two old men, like we're talking old, having this conversation. They're like, just like, fuck it. It was terrible. Just like, God, it didn't change.
It's better than the conversation you have with certain old men that they say, I was a deputy sheriff when Vietnam started, and I really missed out on Nam. And you just go, oh, no. That's a different kind of, no, can't say that.
The killing. I just really missed out on that.
You really missed out on the killing. Like, oh, okay.
Listen.
I don't know if we can tell that story about that guy.
I was going to say, I almost said his name. I was like, oh, you can't. I probably shouldn't do that. Yeah.
Can't talk about him no more. He got escorted out.
Well, way to start the story and not finish it for everyone else in the room who doesn't know what you're talking about.
You can't know. We're not talking about
it. There's been a couple of those already tonight. Your Facebook or your YouTube partner now, and
dude, he has things he's not allowed to talk about anymore. He has to have a handler at all times. It's kind of a big deal. They don't know he's here
his handlers in the bushes, like, get him out of there.
Actually, my handler is in Hawaii on vacation right now, so whatever.
Oh, that is where she is, isn't she?
Yeah, she's not taking emails.
That must be nice.
Because I was directed to ask her questions, but she is currently on vacation.
Well, I want to know what exactly how YouTube justifies taking views and likes and subscribers away from
it. Yeah. The exact answer to that was the powers that be don't let us know those things. Because that's a trade secret. Sorry, we can't let you know.
So the other day, I had a 4-second video hit 350,000 views in 45 minutes. Less than an hour, period.
Jeez.
And, it was really cool, and there was no reason why. It was one of those where we were both like, this makes no sense. But we were like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. And then YouTube took 26,000 views away. I took screenshots because I knew this was going to happen. They took 26,000 views away. They took 1,500 likes away, and they took, I think,
I've seen that happen.
146 subscribers. And my big thing to that was YouTube tells you to trust these numbers and these analytics and all these numbers and then they change the numbers whenever they want. Like if I wouldn't have been paying attention, I would have never known that it happened. If I'd have logged in later in the day and just saw 325,000, I'd be like, 325,000, fuck yeah.
Hey, did you see where they're gonna let people get monetized off shorts?
Oh yeah.
But it's like 10 million views.
Okay, so dudes and I combined.
So I have all that information too.
Are you allowed to give us that information?
Yes, it's known information. So to get monetized from shorts, you have to have a consistent 10 million views every 90 days. If you are already monetized, you will be paid for your shorts regardless of your actual view count in 90 days.
Sweet.
Right. So you do have to stay monetized. You will get the same
they're
advantages.
only paying you at 45%.
45% on a cluster, which is even worse because you will get a percentage. So like, let's say somebody watches 5 videos, and within that 5 videos, they're all different people. One advertisement gets seen in that 5 videos because they'll put that advertisement into that group of shorts.
Sure.
Everybody gets a cut up portion of money from that single ad.
Yeah.
And then they get 45% of their cut. So
yes.
So even if they're not monetized, YouTube keeps that part.
Correct. Well, they're not monetized. YouTube's just mine, and if
the best part is
getting 3 million views every 90 days, let's say 3 million views every 9 days is nothing to spit at. But they still won't get anything.
Yeah, damn. Unless they're already monetized.
Correct. They have to have long format video, and they have to have 4,000 watch hours.
Yep.
The 10 million views every 90 days, I'm gonna tell you, is a hard number to achieve. That is
I'm sure. Unless you're constantly daily making content and your content is hitting every day.
Well, and that's the trick. It doesn't. We've proven this too, because I'm a straight carpet bomb numbers game over here, and dudes with wrenches over there is like curtailed, like made videos for an audience, and there's not much of a difference on what goes boom.
No.
And when asked about this, YouTube said it's like a wave. It's like, in fact, that's what we're calling it.
That's what that's what we've been calling it. What are you talking about?
I mean, I'll put one up and it'll shoot up to 1,500, 2,500 views, and then just dead stop, and that's it.
Yep.
Like I said, I've had some
have
get
made
25.
It past that.
Yeah.
I don't have dead stops. I just have slow gains, and then it just rides.
In the browser, and what's the other category that's different from shorts? Because you get my shit is primarily the shorts feed. You can see it. He gets from browser notifications, and what's the other category that you see?
Views. It's
you get it's a far more diverse viewership than like my stuff is.
So I've been doing the YouTube shorts, the Instagram reels, and the TikToks. But just recently, I started doing the Facebook Reels, even though the Instagram ones play to Facebook,
same thing.
But they don't get posted. They're suggested on Facebook. But so I started putting them on Facebook, and those ones are actually doing the slow ramp where I'm getting.
And they actually said Facebook actually has a bigger audience than the other platforms.
Yeah.
God, dude, it's just so much work to post.
Oh, you're telling me.
Friggin' places.
I mean, I just hit 1,000 followers on Facebook, which was the last platform I was under 1,000 on, and my notifications on my page there is just there's always tons of notifications, and like dudes was saying earlier, I open it up and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I don't know anybody keeps up with that.
Do you think Facebook is translated to YouTube at all?
No.
I think
I don't think so.
And they'll tell you this.
But you can make money on Facebook. I mean,
yes.
Yeah, I'm in the ads program on the Reels, but I haven't made
I'm in the ads program on Instagram, which used to I didn't get any more than I would be lucky to get 100 views on Instagram. And now my videos are getting like 10,000, 11,000, 12,000. So.
It kills me. I have a 1.7 million video on Instagram, and I don't get anything.
That's why I
let any program.
That's why I let me add you as a what did it say? I forgot. I know you've seen it. You accepted it, but as a sponsorship partner or something.
Yeah, but I don't make any money off of Instagram.
Oh, you don't? I've got some. Like today, yesterday, somebody sent me a drone. So
I've been getting an email from somebody that wants to send me a drone. I wonder if it's the same person. Somebody from China.
I got a drone, and then I got some LED headlights, and they just sent me a bunch of shit.
I've had 4 companies try and send me LED headlights for the boss. The first one I took. The second one, I'm like, dude, I'm not installing LEDs from LEDs. I was like, I'll do my daily driver. So I got some headlights for my Sequoia. Yeah, I got some for my Sequoia. And now I'm trying to work another company. They were trying to get me to like test out a freaking a worker light, basically like a worker strobe, like the yellow flash or whatever.
That's
like, dude, I don't do anything where I'd ever need that. I was like, do you have like a
send it to dudes?
I said, do you have like a fog light or something? Or so he was gonna hook me up with a fog light, but the one they were gonna he shot me. I need a bull bar, and I don't have a bull bar yet. So that's like on my list now. But they're trying to work. They're trying to work some 4x6 LED headlights for my Fox body.
Hell yeah!
This drone is from Lulin Official.
Yep.
That's the same.
I got something from them, and I was like, nah.
Is it
Wednesday?
legit?
I'll have the drone, and I'll show it to you guys, and y'all can see if y'all want it or not.
Yeah, you'll have to send me a message. They've sent me 2 emails now, and I'm like, I don't know.
They don't want to pay me any money. They just sent me.
That's real numbers, man.
My long form from Amazon, so
not anywhere near that.
I could run you through the whole list. What we're talking about on traffic sources on weird ones. So, what is video cards and annotations? That's like little things you put up in the top of your.
Okay. Yeah.
So I got a bunch of those. I don't even remember putting those in. YouTube advertising. What's that?
Shut the fuck up. You're getting YouTube ad. That means you
are
are part of when you become part of the. Did you sign the thing for the thing?
I didn't sign up for the thing they sent me. No.
Well, because that's where. Oh,
I didn't sign my rights over for that.
That's from when you were on the Creator on the Rise, when they were advertising you there. That's what that is from.
All right. There's a ton of other YouTube features, obviously. Notifications, YouTube search, suggested videos, channel page.
Who's
browser
your
features. Oh, I don't. Her name is unpronounceable.
So it sounds like
is it the same as mine, which I never freaking even get on there anymore. At least.
No. It's you wouldn't like if you spelled it to me. That'd be about it. Like I can't even.
Oh, you have a YouTube manager too?
They give me it. They're like, let me see if I can find the name.
I'd have to go find.
So you're the weird name one.
Sure.
So they try to get you to sign all kinds of stuff now, I guess.
Yeah, they send me a bunch of stuff. They want to use my videos to advertise for YouTube. So they want me to sign off on them being able to use my videos so I don't get paid for them, but they can use them legally. And I'm like, no.
So you could see an advertisement for Google or for YouTube, and it would be dudes with wrenches here.
Yep. And I'm like, no, I don't think that's.
No, you're gonna have to pay for that. Thanks.
Well, I'll be right back.
That's so I've been seeing these ones for fashion dudes, and it's showing a bunch of content creators. I guarantee that's what they're building, and they want you for. They want to do an automotive side. Go watch it, learn about. And I guarantee they want it for leading off with the dude with wrenches bullshit.
I wish they had a community partner that was like for automotive.
Like actually knew about what the fuck you do.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, mine, she does social networks. So it's like,
well, okay. Well, this is a social network, so I guess if
I know, but it's just that's her big thing. You know, they all have their own thing that they do or whatever. I don't know how I fall into that, but whatever.
Yeah.
Don't know.
All right, I'll be right back.
Well,
yeah, my stuff just isn't growing. I'm like at 1,475 or something, but it's just like 1 or 2
I'm still
maybe.
growing, but slowly because I ain't putting anything out. So
what are you at, Cletus?
I don't know. Let me look.
I've still been trying to post fairly regularly. Like right now,
56.
Yeah, I've been doing okay, and it's.
I bet I hit 1 million views before I hit 2,000 subscribers.
It's surprising that I've even grown because like the quality of my content's gone down tremendously because I've been stressing trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for my living, if I'm gonna stay in or get out, And so like I've honestly made like no videos, no like long format.
I haven't put anything out. I put out a couple of shorts here and there, but that's it.
Well, stuff I put out, it's been like easy stuff for me to make. Like there's a neighbor of mine, had a fox body, and I was just trying to help. He's about to retire out of the Marine Corps, and I was trying to help him troubleshoot it because I didn't know how to freaking fix it. So I posted a video, just asked the fox community to help him out, and so that was easy. And like tomorrow there was going to be a cruise. I was going to go on that, but one of my sons has the flu, so that's gone.
Yeah, I'll do a bunch of videos when I go to PRI, but like right now I'm reposting all the content from last year's, and I'm just like doing a countdown every day. So 25 days in.
I haven't even finished. I got videos from No Name Nationals, and I haven't done any of that. So.
Here's a weird one that people, I guess, need to get on board maybe a little bit with, because I've been doing it a lot. I do polls, pictures with polls. I do one of those a week. And I've been doing just cheesy ones like here, pick a car or whatever. But I'll get, 25, 30,000 votes every time I put one of those up. And then if I go back through, I'm actually getting 100, 125 subscribers a week from those polls.
Well, and I'm not saying it wouldn't work for me, but I think for people that are probably even less than 5,000, I don't think the polls are pushed like that.
You can see that, and you can see the sub gain from the polls. Where's that at?
You got to go into your analytics and break it down.
The polls I put up, I've never gained a sub. And usually my polls, it tells you your interactions with them. Usually my polls has less than 400 people interact.
What makes me mad is I'll get more interaction with a poll than I do on any video I post for the entire week.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen your polls, man. I'm like, holy shit. It's just like 50,000 people answering this.
Yeah. And it's just like, what? It drives me nuts because like it's nothing's more infuriating than like, hey, I built this video. It's awesome. You put it up. It gets 8,000 views. And you're like, that video sucks. And then you put up a poll and it gets 18,000 votes in an hour. And you're like, what? Like, I can't ever get paid for a poll.
Yeah.
And I think that's by YouTube design, maybe just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, probably. They see it's getting some traction. They really start pushing it.
Yeah, and they don't got to pay you ever for a poll, so why do they care? And it's data mining. I mean, it's free data mining for them. I mean, you're putting up a poll. They're taking that information and they're selling that information. And it's just free statistics.
They start giving ads on that. Oh, you like this? Let's start pushing that ad towards you.
Let's jump back over to that.
It's all a racket, man.
And it's a pad racket because you're always on the wrong side of it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no shit, Big Block. You didn't take enough video. You were too busy blowing your truck up.
Needed a cameraman for that.
I really tried to jump on that NASCAR when the guy drove on the wall. I tried to post something that night and tried to get something to blow up on that.
Oh, I made a hilarious short on that. I like took a perfectly synchronized clip of, I mean, a lot of people did it, but of Days of Thunder, and it's perfect. It's him getting the coaching. Hey, you go around the wall on the outside, you can hold it, and then you even hear the of the microphone right as it goes into him hitting the wall. So I mean, it was like freaking perfect, and I thought it would do way better than it did.
You could have did that and then ended it where fucking Will Ferrell is running around the track talking about he's on fire or something.
I'm on fire.
Yeah, I did the Cars from the cartoon where he jumps off the wall when he passes a guy. And I was like,
all right, boys.
I'm
gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up at 6:30 my time. So another 10 minutes or so, a little less, 7 minutes.
Hey, you've already gone like 48 minutes past what you originally said you were gonna. So,
but we were having good conversations. We were doing things. I just went to go inside for a bit, and she's like, she said the same thing that you just said.
Yeah, it's me and her. I was texting her while you were gone.
Oh, you were texting my wife. Oh, that would explain.
Yeah.
She's like, well, he's got how many subscribers?
Oh no, dudes and my wife talks. We talk too much for our wives not to know about us.
Yeah, he was having conversations with my wife today that I didn't want to have.
Oh my God.
This sounds like a story.
His wife likes to just say the most ridiculous things to kind of see what my reaction is going to be.
No, and she just talks like that. Like, there's no...
Okay, I feel like she's just doing it for me, but
No,
maybe she just talks like
that's
that.
just her conversations sometimes. She gets things in her head that you're just like, no.
She says things and I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I'll run with this. And so we made dudes real uncomfortable with the conversation today.
We're not doing that.
Oh, she's getting it one way or another.
Nope.
So this is this a third thing tonight that we're not going to talk about?
I'll talk about this. Apparently, there is a company that you can send your little soldiers, a cup of your little soldiers off to, and they will turn it into a gemstone of some sort somehow.
My wife got that done for her breast milk.
Yeah.
Okay. See, she did say there was a thing. I think this is all some scam. I think this is all some scam, and they're just sending all of these fluids to
we talked about
Japanese
there needs to be a
people.
chain of custody for this.
Because they're going to get way more money from OnlyFans selling this shit out of a vending machine somewhere in Okasaki, wherever. Then they send you guys a freaking bedazzled, whatever stone. It's basically exactly how this conversation went.
And then in 5 years, 23andMe is going to be like, you have a new relative.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what's going on. I have questions.
So, and I said the same thing, and this brings up
Corey. What's up, brother?
I just put my dog down last week. So everybody's like, hey, we're going to cremate the dog. I'm like, why? I don't care. And how do I know I'm getting my dog back?
Dude, so when we were down in Arkansas, my dog had all that issues, and when we got back, he didn't make it, and we did the same thing. And she was saying that same thing. She's like, well, how do we know that we got that dog, and how do we know that they handled them with care and they didn't just take them and toss them?
So
yeah,
that's the old what is it, Schrodinger's cat right there.
Maybe I didn't want to know.
Yep.
I just feel like there was a batch of dogs, and I got whatever was.
Well, at that point, you could just bury them in the backyard, right?
Yeah,
that's what we've always done. They're a lot cheaper that way.
Yeah. Well, and he's buried. That he or she's buried.
Correct's right over there.
I had to bury our Rottweiler. That's a big effing dog to bury in your backyard.
That's where you dig a hole and the cops come and go like, hey, we heard you're burying bodies in the backyard.
It's a deep hole. It's a 6-foot deep hole. That's what it was.
Well, you have to be, especially out here. Like you gotta bury it down because that's exactly what happened. Yep.
That's why they put caskets in, sarcophaguses.
That's also why cereals put dogs on top of bodies. So
Yep, my wife's definitely brought that up before too.
Yeah, no, that's a thing. They kill animals and then put that on top of their, like 4 feet on top of the thing they buried, cereal.
Cadaver dogs can't find it or something?
Well, the cadaver dogs find it and then no one moves that and keeps digging past because they associate that's why the dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the dog found it. There's a dead animal here.
Well, of course it is. That's what he's there for. Moving on. Yep. Yeah, now, how true that actually is, I don't.
It's true now.
Who knows? I probably got that from a movie, but
it's on YouTube now. It's true.
Yeah, it's true now. Tell you, next person that's doing something, they're gonna be thinking about it.
Big Block, you don't come in here talking sense now. We're in here bullshit. You're trying to make sense out of stuff.
Listen, I can tell you this channel is known for a lot of things, and sense is not one of them.
Well, so that was the other part. So you get a dog put down, and this goes back to the veterans thing. Like, what do you say to somebody? Like, I'm really sorry about your dog. I put him down. Like,
yeah. I mean, it still sucks, but you don't want to hear like.
I was very excited about it. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know your situation, but my dog was definitely younger than what we had planned on. Something happening. So
my dog was definitely older.
Yeah, if our dog was old, then it's like okay, yeah, well, that's coming. But our boxer was only 7, so.
Oh wow.
I don't think any of us have children that are as old as that dog.
Yeah, my dog was 23.
Yeah, his was 17. We could have let him live, but he was falling over and shitting on himself. So he's like, yeah.
My dog was a Whipple Terrier, so she was part Jack Russell Terrier, part Beagle. She was a mutt, but
yeah, those little dogs, man, they last a long. Well,
little dogs last long.
Yeah.
Well, we have my mother-in-law's Scottish Terrier that's I think legally blind. It has like 3 teeth. It's deaf. It has seizures recently, but it's just
Oh, man.
it wakes up in the morning and it runs through the house. It's still living its best life at like 17.
I mean, see, at that point, you can't. That's still living its life. At other
Right.
points, when it's like you got to clean up the dog
Yeah.
every
Well,
time, it's like
nope.
ugh.
She just runs into a wall now and then, and
The way
you
she
gotta
starts
yell.
letting herself go, like
Yep.
wasted over here, then you got to start
Yeah,
thinking about what you're
That's
going
when
to
it's
do.
time, right? All right, boys. I'm gonna wrap it. I appreciate everyone coming on. Hopefully, we'll do this a little more often now
I
that I
enjoyed
have some
talking to you guys.
internet.
Thanks for having me on.
But yeah, I appreciate coming on, Brailsford. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it was awesome
everyone in
to
the
chat
chat.
with everybody again.
Yeah, dudes, you got anything to one last round?
I got a bigger video. I'm Justice for Carl. Justice for Carl. And that'll be coming. That's the little sneak peek on the saga of how the justice system works and what happens when people vandalize your car. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Well, if it's like
Eric?
Virginia's justice system, it doesn't work very well. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring out.
Eric, what you got coming up? How you going?
We'll be going to PRI. So up until then, we're going to be posting all kinds of PRI content from last year leading up to this year. Dan's working on a DIY injector flow
I
test
saw something
bench.
on that. Yeah, that looks cool.
He got into the little, I forget what they're called, the little programmable chips. I don't know why I can't think of the name of them right now, but
Arduinos.
Yep. He's all on board with those right now. So he bought that and he's been playing around. So he's making some videos on that. So that'll be what's coming up next.
Cool. Cletus, you're going to start doing some more videos, right?
I need to. I have some that I've done. I just haven't, put them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to start doing something. I'm working on getting a garage or shop right now. So hopefully with that, I'll be able to put some more videos up. We'll see.
Brailsford, how about you?
I got a couple of videos from, like you guys were talking about, a couple of the rando Chinese sponsor videos to make, and then I also got or Chinese product videos, and then I got a actual American sponsor product video I got to make. So. But it's gonna. I'm doing a video. I got these side markers on the Mustang, and there's a company called Striker Lights where they hooked me up with a set of their RGB side markers. And I'm doing a video, so we called Naughty or Rice. So we're going to determine whether or not it's a rice move or not. So,
and are you going to do it around Christmas time?
Oh, yeah. I've timed this out.
And I have been seeing you've been setting up your Christmas display, so I'm ready to see that.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
We're probably also going to do. I mean, it wasn't an intentional thing last year, but like we did it. We did a I did a live stream of my Christmas lights. And I was just talking about like, hey, we're doing a food drive for this organization called Chew, and then we're doing any donations was going to Hope for the Warriors. Well, then people started donating on the live stream, so I'll probably do that again. But I'm also, now that I'm like been monetized, worried YouTube will just shut down my channel for playing literally nonstop copyright music for an entire live stream.
As long as you don't monetize the live stream, you should be able to do whatever you want.
Can you get super chats from it?
I feel like you can, but you would have to ask a guy that has a dude. So one of these guys over there, down there, these two.
Who's got a dude? I know.
I'd have to do a live.
Dudes has a dude.
Live to know how that even.
No,
works.
just ask your dude if you can get away with that.
Is that the other
super
dude?
chats for non-monetized lives?
Is that why you have done so well,
dudes?
so you could get the other dude?
Yeah, you had to really work hard to get the other dude. It's on layaway.
But it's a chick though, right?
I really appreciate you guys. I got to get off here. They are pounding at me back there. Y'all have a great night. Everyone in the chat. I don't know when we're going to do one again, but we'll give you at least 5 minutes notice next time.
Right?